Good evening, welcome back. Tonight I've come down to Canvey Island to have a little fish just behind Thorny Bay campsite. I followed the seawall along. I'm fishing just past the second set of steps. They're just behind me. So if I do manage to hook anything decent, I thought I'll fish just here. I can then get up the steps and over. There has been bass, there has been smooth-hound coming out also. But tonight for me, I'm mainly going to try and fish for some salt. So I've got 3 hook flapper rigs, 2 up, 1 downs. I've got ragworm. But I have bought some frozen peelers with me, and I've got the dongle rigs just in case I'm not getting any luck. I can switch over to a bait and see if there is any hounds about. What I'll do is I'll get all my rods set up. I'll give you a quick show of the rigs, and I'll get all the rods in the water. Right, I've got both rods set up now, the reels on, just setting up my rigs. I'll just give you a quick show of the rig. So I've got a 3-foot 60-pound trace, 5 ounce weight, little swivel on the top, and 10 centimetres on the top. I've got a 14-inch 15-pound hook length with a size 6 hook, tiny hook. I was using these a couple of weeks ago in a match at Walton on Naze. In the middle of the trace I've got exactly the same, and then 10 centimetres up from the bottom I've got another one, and this is what you call a 2 up and 1 down rig. So 2 hooks fish above the weight and the 3rd hook sits below it. So you see that bottom hook is below the weight. 2 up, 1 down. Well, I'm going to bait these up with ragworm, chuck both the rods out, then I'm going to have a look at setting up a dongle rig with a bit of peeler crab on it. Right, there you go, that's me all set up now, both rods are in the water. I haven't cast out too far. I've fished here once before, probably about 10 years ago, and I know there is a little bit of a ledge if you cast out too far, so I'm probably, I don't know, 60, 70 yards, might not even be that far. I've got one a little bit closer and the other one's a bit further out. I've also got my camera on the tripod, so that's pointing at the rod tips. You can just about make out the rod tips, I think. So hopefully I'll pick up any bites if I'm lucky enough to get any. As well, I've got some good sized worms with me today. Generally I don't like massive ragworm, especially like for fishing for the smaller species, but they're like 6 to 8 inch worms. You get a good 2 hooks out of each one, so I've got plenty of bait, should last. I only bought 2 packs with me as well. Well, I've got 10 frozen peeler, so I will probably give them a little try. Right, well, that left hand rod I chucked out first of all was nodding up and down a little bit. I think it might have attracted a little bit of weed. What I'll do is I'll go and give it a reel in. I've got to be quite careful because the water's still quite a way down. The water, it's just coming up 10 o'clock. High tide's, oh pardon me, high tide is 1:45, and it's not a very big tide, so I've got a feeling it's only just going to cover the bottom. Right, let's put my torch on and I'll have a little look at that. Right, well, there was a little bit of weed on there, I was right, but I've caught a tiny little bass. Look at him. Right, let's go. I'm going to go over the stairs, walk down and chuck him back because it's quite a weight to throw him and he's only tiny. Right, so I did have a little bit of weed on that one. The right hand rod has pulled right around now. I've got a feeling there's a little bit, picked up a little bit of weed on that as well. Don't mean there's nothing on it, it could be another little bass. I didn't even know I had that one on. Right, let's get this one reeled in as well. There's a little bit of weed on it. There you go, hook strip bare, a little bit of weed on each hook. I thought there was going to be a little bit of weed here tonight. I've seen, when I could turn up there's a lot of weed along the edge. I know there has been a few people fishing here before. I've seen a few reports. Just had a lovely little rattle on that left hand rod. Probably another little schoolie though. Yeah, it's still trembling. Yeah, it don't look like a soul bite, unfortunately. Don't know if you can pick that on that camera, but he's rattling away well still. I'm gonna leave it for a little while now. I've got 3 hooks on now, and it's nothing big. Right, well, I haven't reeled in that left hand rod yet, but the right hand one's going as well now. I think I'll give that left hand one a reel in and do the right hand one. Bit of weight on it, I'm not sure if that's weed or not though. Looks like a flatfish. Oh no. Snagged in the weed down the bottom. It looks like a flatfish as well. Right, let's go down and have a look. Flatfish. Right, second cast. Little bass on the top and a small Dover sole. So that's the target arc. I love it when you go out and set out to get a fish and you do actually get what you targeted. He's probably only mid-20s. We'll have a measure though. .25 centimetres that Dover sole. I'll get a quick picture of him with my camera and I'll throw him back. Right, I didn't think that was going to be a sole on there. I thought it was a typical little bass bite. So it was vibrating after that could have been the sole. But they normally do give a really good rattle and keep on going, you know. So I'm just going to reel in the right hand rod now because I had a bite on that as well, but I haven't checked it yet. So let's just have a little look. Well, whoever baited on that one ain't there no more, so let's get that rebaited up, chuck back out. See, I'm not chucking it very far. Right, so I'm just baiting that peeler, so you can see all I've done is I've just hooked it on the circle at the very top, just there. Now it's going to whip it to the dongle. If I can do it without any light on me. Right, that'll do. Now you can see that is on the. Oh, now you can see that that's on there, nice. So what I'll do is when I reel in that rod in a minute, that's going to go straight on. Right, well, that left hand rod's pulling right down again. Looks like it could have a little bit of weed on it. So I'm going to swap that one over to the crab that I just baited up. Reel it in right now. Bit of weight on it, not sure if it's weed or not. Yeah, it's weed that time. So I'll put this one out a little bit further. Just had a rattle on my left hand rod. That's the one with the ragworm on it. The one with the crab on it, I've cast that further. I've put on the right hand side because the tide's pulling that way, so the bowing line comes away. Right, I've got my rig baited up, so I'm going to ruin the left hand rod now and just check see if there's anything on it. tiny bass. Still 3 bass, 1 sole. Not bad going. So if I don't get anything on this crab bait in a few casts, I will swap back because that one I just chucked out. Worm's going again already. Let's have another look. Another absolutely tiny bass. So far that's having 4 tiny little bass, 1 sole. I might swap that crab rod back over to the rag. I think I'd rather catch a sole, I think. Well, that rod's going again now, left hand rod again. As soon as it's in the water it's going now. Problem is though, they're all tiny little bass. Casting tooth, I might even try and drop it a little bit closer. I'm only giving it an overhead lob. I might try and go 20-30 yards out this time. I'll bait up, get ready. Just give that rod another check. There you go, another tiny little bass. That's 5 now. That's where all them little rattles are. I'm going to drop in a little tiny bit closer, see what happens there. If not, I'll go out a little bit further. See, that time I just dropped that in really close. I was about to bait up another peeler crab for that rod. Look at the size of that one I throws down. I'm going to stick that on the hole. Well, I'll cut him down the middle, butterfly him out, and then I'll put him on like that. But I've got all fresh baits prepared now. Got ragworm on the other rig. That left hand rod's going even close. So I've got the ragworm for the other rig, and I've got peeler crab already whipped up for the other rod. I'm going to drop that in a bit closer as well, just in case any bass in the edge. Look at that. That is a lovely crab bait. I like the way these dongle rigs pay up. They do give a nice bait presentation, but yet to catch. And I don't think that's anything to do with the rig. I just think I've been unfortunate. There ain't been as many fish about. Worm baits just don't want to hit the water for more than a few minutes and getting bites. That left hand rod is it. I'm probably going to lose it now. Still there, a little bit of a better bass. Look at that tiny little size 6 hook. Don't think it'll make it out. Just ever so slightly hooked in the lip. Size 6 hook. Just see, nothing massive, 25 centimetres, something around that. Getting some good bites again. That's literally straight away. I didn't get a chance to bait up, but well, I'm going to bait this rig up before I reel in. Well, that left hand rod ain't done nothing for a little while. Give a good old bite. Oh, I'm saying that, just give a nod then. Well, I'm going to go and get on that. There you go, 2 little bass that time. I think that first one, big one at the bottom, they give the first decent bite. Then the one on the top was that one just a minute ago. Right, it's gone 12:15, got half hour till I water. I've not had a bite on that left hand rod for a while now. I've managed to get all my rigs paid up, so I'm all ready for the next cast. And I've just started my second pack of rag as well, so I've got 3/4 of a pack left. I've got about half a dozen peelers left as well. Just had an absolute screaming run. Got a hound on. Unfortunately, I didn't have it on. It absolutely tore off. Right, get out here. Quite a nice size hound. Stripping line. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I probably should have fished the other side of the stairs. Got him on the rocks. I have to go down and get him. Right, keep the line under tension. What a cracking size hound. Look at that dongle just in his lip. Oh. Well, that's a bit of excitement. You see, he's a good size hound. He's probably, I don't know, £6. But Sam over the moon, yeah. First fish on the dongle, made up. Well, I just started baiting up again with some peeler crab, like just cutting off. When that hand tore off, I wasn't expecting it. I turned around, the rod was bent over double and it was just stripping line off the reel. That's made it worth it. Be nice now to get a nice, oh, got a bite on the ragworm as well. I'll get me crab back out there first. Yeah, nice to get a nice sole now. Well, I'm over the moon catching one on that dongle rig. So I went fishing last week, then I was down at Shoreham and I blanked. But obviously there was no fish there, I don't think, so I know it wasn't out to do the dongle rig. But then come out this time and caught one on it. Looked it nice in the mouth, so nice in the lip. Yeah, I'll definitely be using it again. I'd like to try it for the rays. I'm not a big hound fisherman. Once I've had 1 or 2 off the beach, I don't generally fish for them. I like going for like just trying all different species. I really want an undulate ray. That's what I want. That's what I was hoping to get down at Shoreham. So getting in September time when the kids all go back to school, might venture back down that way and have another go for them. But I'll see if I'll do a bit of research and find another place to go that's a bit more productive. I don't really know many other anglers down that way, so if anyone who's watching and they know somewhere, I've got a Facebook, JCM Angling Facebook, they can message me on there, especially if you don't want everyone knowing where it is. But if you want to keep it secret, and if you say you want to keep it to yourself, I won't disclose where it is. I'll fish the beach and I'll just say like general area, Worthing or something like that. Yeah, got a little something on here. Right, we've got out another Dover sole. Let me sort of get around. There you go. Another little Dover sole. So I'm not getting very good at calling these fish. I'm normally pretty good. I called that everyone I've caught so far. I've called a bass. But yeah, another little Dover sole. Got a feeling that might be a little bit bigger than the last one. Last one was 25 centimetres. I'll get a measure of this one, let you know how big it is. Left hand rod's going again, which is the ragworm. Yeah. I'll sit on it for a little while because if he's a sole, they ain't gonna go nowhere. But tonight's turned out to be a good night. I think I've had 9 bass, I think. 2 sole, one hound. I think the most sole I've had in the night is 3, so yeah, so I'm happy with that. 25 centimetre and 27 centimetre. Biggest is, I think the biggest is 38 centimetres. Yeah, it's still rattling away, still going well. Don't think you make it out anymore. I know my lights are going. I think I'll have a look at that now. That tide's just turned as well, I think. Little diddy bass. I won't bring him down, I'll get him straight off the hook. Right, so it's just gone 1 o'clock now, so the tide has just turned. Still getting little rattles on the ragworm. Nothing on the peeler crab since that little hound. I also think that's the first hound I've had off Canvey Island. I don't generally fish for the hounds, but if I do, I normally go up to Clacton and fish for them. Get them a bit earlier up there. South End, I've done some videos at South End, I've had a couple. Yeah, it's the first one at Canvey. Right, I just whipped up a crab, but my left hand rod's pulled down and it's rattling as it's pulled down, so I'm going to have a little look at that. And then I'm going to reel in the crab and put a fresh crab on, because that tide's turned now and it's flooding out. Hopefully I might get another fish. Because that one, last one, come just before I tide. Bit of weed. I've got a fish. It was quite heavy. Little bass. Oh, that's a bit of a ball ache. All my head torches run out now. And the only light now I've got now is the one under my GoPro. My left hand rod's pulled over and it's just pulling a bit of line off the drag. I don't think it's a fish, I think it's weed, but let's have a quick look. Yeah, a lot of weed out there now. Right, I was going to reel in the rod with a ragworm on it. It's easy for me to say. I was going to reel in the rod with the ragworm on it, and then I'll break that down and I'll leave the peeler crab out till last. Here we go, last chance saloon. Right, well, that's the end of that then. All rods are packed away now. But what a great night that's been. It's been probably 10 bass, 2 sole at Smooth-hound. And I was really pleased that I managed to catch that Smooth-hound on a dongle rig. Tied it all up myself, prepared everything myself. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Right, well, hopefully I'll catch you all again soon. Please remember, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I'm getting close to that 1,000 mark now.